we are going to talk about the true power of Dr. Doom. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon. Now, let's get started. Megalomaniac. That is the right word for Dr. Doom. A person who always craves power and control. A person who sees himself as far more powerful and important than he actually is. That is the perfect definition of Dr. Doom. But Doom isn't just a megalomaniac. He is a super genius who has named himself Dr. Doom and has freed Latveria from an evil baron. He possesses incredible power. He is an expert in multiple fields. He is literally the ruler of a nation. But we need to know exactly how powerful this genius character really is. So, let's take a look at his powers and abilities. First, let's talk about Dr. Doom's intellect. Dr. Doom is a polymath scientist and inventor with a genius-level intellect. You must have heard this 100 times. But, in reality, his greatest weapon is his mind. Throughout his career as a supervillain, Doom has created numerous doomsday machines and robots. He also has technopathic control over many machines, the most famous of which are his Doom bots. In publication history, Doom has been shown to have intelligence comparable to Reed Richards. At one point, he even restored the Thing to his human form, a feat that Reed Richards had always wanted to accomplish but never could. However, when Kitty Pryde was disintegrating, it was Reed who performed the necessary computer calculations to save her. Something Doom was unable to do. Still, Doom's most incredible scientific talent, which we will also see in the MCU, is his ability to steal or replicate the powers of cosmic beings. With this power, Doom has stolen the abilities of the Silver Surfer. He has stolen the power of the Beyonder. At one point, he even took control of Galactus's world ship. We have already witnessed his power-stealing abilities in Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer, where he steals the Silver Surfer's board and creates a wristpad device to control it. Doom's mother, Cynthia, was a sorceress. By reading her books and artifacts, Victor Von Doom gained knowledge of sorcery and the dark arts. He then improved his skills by training with Tibetan monks. However, his true mastery of sorcery came when his lover, Morgan Le Fay, who was also a sorceress, enhanced his knowledge even further. As a result, Doom became capable of energy absorption, energy projection, creating protective shields, dimensional traveling, healing, and even summoning demons. You can consider Doom a low-level Strange Supreme. In the Ancient Magic Tournament, Dr. Doom lost only to Dr. Strange. This is why, when Dr. Strange renounced the title of Sorcerer Supreme, Doom was the only one truly capable of taking his place. This knowledge of sorcery is what sets him apart from other intellectual characters like Tony Stark, Reed Richards, and Hank Pym. Because Marvel's major intelligent superheroes tend to keep their distance from sorcery and magic, but Doom's heritage allows him to keep an open mind about both science and magic, consciousness transfer, and willpower. By now, after hearing about his cosmic power absorption and sorcery, you must have realized that Doom can stand against some of the most powerful beings. But one thing Doom never stops doing is learning. When Doom encountered an alien species called the Ovoids, he learned from them how to psychically transfer his consciousness into another being. This is why the ruler of Latveria does not fear death, because in the worst-case scenario, he knows he can transfer his consciousness elsewhere. However, no one can do the same to him. No one can bring their consciousness near his mind. Why? Because Doom's strong and unbreakable will makes it impossible for even the most powerful telepaths and mind controllers to manipulate him. Emma Frost was forced out of Doom's mind with just his voice. For Professor Charles Xavier, controlling minds is second nature, but the top two names on his list of most difficult minds to control, Deadpool and Doom. Armor. You simply cannot imagine Dr. Doom without his armor. Dr. Doom is always in his armor. His suit enhances his strength and grants him superhuman durability. His armor gives him enough strength to handle beings like the Thing and the Hulk, while also being strong enough to fight Spider-Man. And we all know how powerful Spider-Man is. This armor is just as useful in ranged combat as it is in close combat. It is nearly indestructible. It can withstand attacks from both superhumans and cosmic beings. Not only that, but the armor also protects him from matter manipulation, reality warping, and psychic effects. There is no doubt that this armor is equipped with high-tech weapons, lasers, and force blast discharges. It can generate a defensive force field, and the lethal electric shock from his armor prevents anyone from even touching Doom. On multiple occasions, Doom has survived in both water and space with this armor. However, even without his armor, Doom is a highly skilled hand-to-hand combatant who once took down a lion with a single punch. King of Latveria. Being the ruler of a country has its benefits. Dr. Doom rules his nation with absolute power. He has used this political power to his advantage many times while also taking care of his people. His Doom bots help maintain order. Despite being a supervillain, Doom has diplomatic immunity, meaning if he commits crimes outside of Latveria, it's difficult to prosecute him legally. Being the ruler of a nation also gives him control over its natural and technological resources, along with its manpower, military, and economy. Psychology. The only thing that ever leads to Doom's downfall is his arrogance. He cannot accept that he is responsible for his own failures. That's why he constantly blames Reed Richards for the scars on his face, even though Reed had warned him about a calculation error in his experiment. But Doom, blinded by his arrogance, ignored it. When his face was disfigured, he blamed Reed for sabotaging his experiment. Even when he teams up with others against a bigger threat, he is always looking for personal gain. During the battle against Thanos, Doom joined forces with Adam Warlock and the Avengers. But before Thanos was even defeated, Doom tried to steal the Infinity Gauntlet, ruining Warlock's entire plan. However, despite all this, Doom has a strict honor code. When Captain America saved his life long ago, Doom repaid the debt by saving Captain America from drowning. Spider-Man constantly insults Doom, but when he once saved Doom at an airport, Doom thanked him. Doom cares most about his Latverian people. He even placed himself before Wakanda's Panther God for judgment, proving that he genuinely believes he can turn the world into a paradise under his rule. That is the root of his ego. He worships knowledge, respects intellectuals, and never ignores a single detail. So, what is Dr. Doom a doctor of? Destruction.